So welcome back, folks. So today we're going to take a look here at how to do a full maintenance on our Eufy. This is an 11S Max. A lot of the Eufys are similar to this, so some of the instructions may be pretty close or even exactly the same. So on Amazon, you can get these kits here. They pretty much come with everything you need. The brush guard doesn't have to be replaced as often as some of the other stuff. So they just give you one in this kit. I think this one here is ready to be changed, so we'll do that. And then some new brushes. You'll see the brushes on this are pretty worn. And then also too, a new filter to put in. You can kind of clean these or kind of blow them out, but usually it's just better at some point just to put in a new one. And then also too, a new brush. They wear out over time and all that. So we'll go ahead and get started here and get this thing back in perfect running condition. Tools that might help with this is a flathead screwdriver. I also have a little pair of snips here. This is perfect for like cutting away at hair that's twisted around the wheels or the brush or whatever. And then also too, a pair of needle nose pliers of some type. That'll help with one of the things we're going to do. And pretty much that's about all I can think of. And a zip tie that helps loosen up the front wheel here. So first thing we'll do is we'll go ahead and we'll pop off the front wheel. All you got to do is just use a flathead screwdriver and just kind of pop up on the housing here, kind of loosen it up, and it'll come right out. And you can see there we've got a bunch of hair in there, which is probably going to, basically cause issues with the wheel. So let me go ahead and vacuum all that up. Now the wheel, this is the type of stuff that will come kind of wrapped up around the wheel. And I have seen some people kind of pry these out. And I think kind of the easiest way to do it is use like a zip tie and just kind of push it in here and just work it kind of all the way around. Get it to kind of come out the other side here. And then just kind of pull it all the way through. And that's where like having some needle nose pliers kind of helps out a little bit. And just kind of pull it through a bit here. And then we'll need to get it back through the other way. And just push it through all the way here. Pull it through a little bit more. There we go. And then to make it easy, you can just lock up the zip tie right here. Just make like a little ring for yourself and then just pull on it and then just pop it out and out it comes. And there's a little axle right here and you just need to basically take that out, slide that out, clean all the hair and gunk off of it. And then this is some of the stuff that I pulled out earlier when I was messing with it. So you can see how much hair gets caught on that. So, and then basically, once you got it all checked out here, I see a bit more hair in there. Let me vacuum that. And then all you got to do, see, there's even more coming out there. And do we have any more? Nope. Looks clean and clear. So you just got to make sure you get your axle back in just like that. And then we'll go ahead and pop this back into place and just snap it back into place. And there you go. Now you got your front wheel there rolling nice and good again. And then basically we just need to pop this back into place. And it just seats right down in there. There we go. All good. Look at that. Perfect. Now, next thing we need to do is get rid of these old brushes here. These are pretty easy. I just like to kind of pull up a bit on the one of the brushes, get my flathead screwdriver down in there and just lever it up. And there we go. We can go ahead and get rid of that one. Let me vacuum it here real quick. And go ahead and pop the new one on. So it's just basically like a square. You just fit it over like a puzzle piece and pop it down on. Let's do the next one here. There we go. Pop that off. Got a little bit of hair tied up there. Let's hit a vacuum real quick. Pop this back on the new one. There we go. Brushes are all done. Now, some of the newer ones, they're just using, Eufy's using a different setup. So it might only have one brush that's out like on an arm. So some of the older ones, they have two. So if it's two, you just replace two. Easy day. Next up, we need to replace the filter in here. So pretty easy with this. Go ahead and we'll just pop out the old one here. And I think what I'll do off camera is I'm just going to take some wipes and basically kind of clean this all up. And then we'll pop the new one on. Okay, so we clean that up a little bit if you want. I mean, you can always, you know, wash it in the sink and just let it air dry if you so choose. But I just use some alcohol wipes. These lens wipes work great for cleaning up stuff like that. Just need to pop in our new filter here. So there's a tab that goes in over here and then one over here. And then to take it out, you just got to lift your finger underneath to pop it out. And just make sure it's seated in there, all nice and good. Then you can just go ahead and close it up. Now, while we're here, before we stick it back in, we're going to go ahead and replace, now the name slips my mind what this is, the thingy-majig. But anyways, there's a rubber seal right here, and this kind of wears away with time. It's just getting all wavy and everything. So we're going to go ahead and just put a new one on. And you can see with the roller's pretty nasty, so that thing needs to go. So again, what I'll do is let me clean up in here off camera, and we'll install the new stuff. All right, so we went ahead and cleaned up inside of here, and then we'll go ahead and put our new roller in. And so kind of like there's a square meeting a square. So you just got to kind of find it and line it up, and then just drop it in. And then we have our new piece right here. We just took out of the bag, and we'll just go ahead, put it in the tabs here, click it into place. And there we go. We'll go ahead and reinstall our cassette right here. Get that all lined up. So there we go, folks. We got our new filter in there. We got the box here all cleaned out. We have our new thingy-majig here that holds the roller, and a nice new seal. Nice new roller, all the hair and dirt and all that kind of cleaned out of there. Also, too, in between the roller and here, there was a little section when I pulled this tray out where there was some dirt back in there. So I got in there with my vacuum, and I also the little brush that came with the kit, and just kind of swept out some of the dirt and loosened it up, and then vacuumed it up with the other vacuum. And then up here, we have now our new little brushes here that are good to go. And then we also have our roller here. All the dirt and everything is cleaned out of there. So that's all nice. So the only thing left to do is pretty much like I have these lens wipes here. I'm just going to go over and basically clean all the dust up. I think technically these are sensors here. So I'm just going to clean those up with the lens wipe. And then also too, I'm just going to kind of give it a general clean with the lens wipes just to basically get it looking back nice again. So at the end of the day, folks, pretty easy, not hard at all. If you want these to run for a long time, this one has lasted a number of years. You just got to keep up with the maintenance on them. And, you know, as you can see, it takes basically 10 minutes tops, especially once you've done it one time. And the kit's available on Amazon. The link is down below for that. Yeah, we'll see you all next time. If you have any questions or comments, also let me know.